Two precious points is what Rajasthan Royals got, courtesy Jos Buttler's first T20 century, and it was carnage yet again in Delhi. We'll dissect it for you in terms of all of this and much more on Criclytics Man vs Machine with Sabah Kareem. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. That was Rajasthan Royals triumphing in Delhi, but one man who's dressed in Delhi is with us right now, Sabah Kareem. Sabah, I know that you're kind of busy heading into the Punjab-Delhi clash, but we want to pick your mind about what's transpired in Delhi between Rajasthan and Hyderabad. It was the Butler show, all right?
Yes, it was completely Butler and Samson show, and I think for a number of time we have talked about Jos Buttler playing such a big role for Rajasthan Royals, and finally he came good with the bat. He has shown some promise before this also, but he has not gone on to get a big score. And today was a much required big score from Jos Buttler. He got admirable support from Sanju Samson, but in the end, one has to admit that Jos Buttler, the way he paced his innings in the beginning, he did struggle. But that's the nature of the game. At times you will struggle, but if you're willing to put your hands up and then remain at the wicket, you will reap good dividends. That's what happened in the case of Jos Buttler. He finished off in such a wonderful flourish, and that ensured kind of an unsurmountable target for SRH.
Yeah, indeed. He got his slowest IPL 50, believe it or not, Sabah, which came off 39 balls, but then he eventually ended with 124 of 65. So he played catch up and brilliantly. Where did SRH lose the game? I know they made huge changes before this one, with Williamson, of course, captaining the side. Warner axed completely, not even playing. Then they bowled out Rashid Khan within the first 11 overs of the game. Where did they lose the match?
Avnish, I felt that SRH were clueless today. They have dropped David Warner, and that is the call which the team management has taken. I'm fine with that. They brought in a new captain, Kane Williamson. But they should have learned something from the game that took place there last evening, the game between Mumbai Indians and CSK. They knew very well that the Kotla is a true wicket. It is a surface where you need some power hitters. And the only way they could have matched that kind of a power hitting was by getting Jason Roy in the mix. I don't know for what reason they brought in Mohammad Nabi. So you opened, holes in at the top order as well as down the order. If Jason Roy and Johnny Best had opened the innings, maybe one of them could have gone on to play a big score like what happened in the case of Pollard. But somehow I felt that they didn't have a good strategy in place, and that is how they suffered. Rashid Khan, first time I think very rare to see him bowl in the power play. They utilized all his 4 overs much before the critical stage, and I think all this did not transpire well for SRH. Yeah, so I felt that they didn't know how to go about this run chase also.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Sabah. The fact that Jason Roy should definitely get a look in, because Sunrisers Hyderabad, they look very bleak with their batting. Let's see what had, of course, the Criclytics Man vs Machine predictions in store right now, because it's a draw between Sabah and the Robot, 2-2. So Sabah keeps his lead intact, and he's playing clever mind games with Criclytics, all right. We'll start with the batsman first, and of course Jos Buttler falls in the wicketkeeper category, so it wasn't him, it was Manish Pandey. Were you surprised that Hyderabad propelled Pandey to top? And going forward, do you think Manish could bat there?
No, I think they have to get in a replacement for David Warner, and the only one I can see is Jason Roy. Both Jason Roy and Johnny Best could open the innings for England. They've done that in the recently held series in India. And both of them together have put on some amazing partnership for England. So they can replicate the same for SRH. So you need that firepower at the top. And only Jason Roy and Johnny Bairstow together can provide that. Manish Pandey can bat at number 4. You have Kane Williamson at number 3. So I think very quickly SRH, they need to sort out their combination and get the right people at the right places. Unfortunately, they have struggled to do that so far in the entire IPL season.
Yeah, I think those are really good points that you mentioned there, because at the end of the day, SRH will look at themselves and be like, you know what, maybe a Jason Roy deserves a call up. Let's move on to the bowlers, because one man stood tall for Rajasthan. I'm not talking about Chris Morris because he was a pick of the all-rounders. I'm talking about Mustafizur Rahman. Sabah, do you think he's taken the mantle from Jofra Archer to lead the RR pace attack?
Yes, and I think the dry conditions in India are suiting his style of bowling, Avnish. If you notice, 45% of the wickets which he's taken so far, they have come from slower deliveries. And he has a wonderful action which is not easy to pick. and most of the batsmen have struggled to pick his slower deliveries. So yeah, I mean he's such an important asset for Rajasthan Royals. He can bowl with the new ball in the power play, and then he comes in and bowls some crucial overs in the middle overs or the death overs as and when required. So yeah, in place of Jofra Archer is one a pace bowler who has stepped up and has done very well for Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, they of course have three left armers in Sakaria, Unadkat who didn't play today, and Mustafizur, and it's good to see the Bangladesh thrive in the toughest T20. Let's talk about Chris Morris up next, because of course he didn't get to wield his willow, but yet again 3 wickets, and he's climbing up that purple. He's really competing in that purple hat race, I should say. Sabah, what do you make of Chris Morris, the bowler?
I think he's enjoying his role as a premier bowler now for Rajasthan Royals. And we talked about Mustafizur, but Chris Morris is another person who has taken up that mantle of trying to groom the youngsters in the Rajasthan Royals. And they do have some very potential young seamers in the squad. So one can see his influence growing in Rajasthan Royals. And all this is really heartening for Rajasthan Royals. Chris Morris is not only a good bowler, Avinish, but his fielding has been excellent. So he has an amazing ability to pick up some important wickets, and also very agile on the field.
Yeah, he's brilliant in terms of an overall package, and no wonder he pocketed the amount he pocketed in the IPL 2020 auction. Quickly, because I understand that there is, of course, a game that you have to go to, which is Punjab and Delhi. We'll finish up with the wicket keepers, because Sanju Samson was Critletics' pick. Yours was Johnny Bairstow. Eventually, it was Jos Buttler. And just tell me if this is the blueprint for Rajasthan Royals going forward, back deep, given the fact that Buttler can play catch-up cricket.
Yes, he can do so, but I think that's the kind of role which Rajasthan Royals expect from Jos Buttler, because he happens to be the senior most player in the side in terms of experience of playing T20. He's a T20 specialist. He has done so well in the past for England, and Rajasthan Royals expect him to do the same. The kind of template he set today, and that is what is expected from Jos Buttler. Although he does not keep wickets, but his role is so important as a batter for Rajasthan Royals. But he does require support from the other end. So today it was Sanju Samson, and the other youngsters also at times, if it is required, they need to chip in and offer that kind of support to Jos Buttler.
Yeah, and they are, of course, chipping in. It's good to see that for RR. Match result wise, you went for Rajasthan, so did Critletics, and hence it ended 2-2. So smiles and of course the robot's face, and of course your face, Sabah. Lastly, before we let you go, because I understand that you're really running out of time, Rajasthan Royals, of course, is there a glimmer of hope to make the top 4, or is this just a flash in the pan?
They will fancy the chances. They have won 3 out of 7. They still have 7 games to go. So if they can manage to win about 4, then they may sneak in. They do have the potential, but I think it's more important for them to have consistency in terms of the performance. That's only they can notch up some healthy wins as the season progresses.
Yeah, I think those are vital words from you, Sabah, and who knows, because they've been one-match man performances from a Rajasthan Royal perspective. Buttler did it today, Morris did it the other day, and well, they'll have to rely on these overseas players. But until another day, we'll catch up with Sabah Kareem soon, we should say. But we'll wish you well in this tonight's encounter and hope you make a good fist of things. And that was Sabah Kareem just shedding light on what kind of game went on in Firozshah Kotla. With that, we'll wrap it up with Cricket.com. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Much appreciated. We'll see you in the next round.